Now what we're going to do is place some images inside those frames that we've created. So we've got our frames laid out. Now to insert some images, there's a couple ways you can do this. One way is just to do a file open and open up maybe one of your images or multiple images in there just by clicking that. And then you can go back. It'll kind of load it into your project bin if you have it selected as open files. And then you can just take those and just kind of drag them on top of the one you'd like to put it on. So once you drag it and drop there, hopefully it fits in there depending on the orientation. You can still kind of play with it in here to kind of position it where you'd like it to go. You're a little bit limited. You don't want to go too far where you're leaving that gray area. You can also rotate the photo in here. You could also play with getting a new photo to place in the frame. So once you've got that placed in there, just click off of it and that will put it in there. The other way you can also just, as you can see, just double click on one of those and you can just click on that way too, and that will place it into that area where you want it to go. So this one's a little bit small, so maybe on this one I come in here and resize it a little bit, or if it's too big, and usually it does a pretty good job of sizing it. If it's too big, it'll kind of position it in there. And then just go ahead and click on that once you're done resizing, then click off of it on there. So just double click and then just find another photo. Once you found one, it'll place in there. This one's a rotated one, so it's a little bit more difficult to work with. So on this one, I think what I'll do is you can make it bigger this way, but I can also come in here and rotate it. Maybe I want the frame to be rotated, but I don't want the image to be rotated. So you can play some different things like that. But anytime you're starting to rotate things, it will get a little bit tougher. You don't want to stretch it out, so make sure you're going out from a corner as you do this. And when you're done with positioning it, you just click on that and then just finalize that. If you decide I don't like that image later on, you can always right mouse click and then go to you can either clear the entire frame, or you can just clear the photo, or you can replace the photo too. I'm just going to clear it for now. And then go ahead and just double click and see if I can find one that's a little bit better. Click open. Once I click open, it'll place it in there again, and then I can that's kind of the photo I was looking for. Maybe reposition it so it kind of lays out, resize it to put it on there. Click on the check, and then I want to do one other thing to it. If you want to rotate the border, you can kind of play around with that too and position it if you want to manipulate that, and then just click on the little check to go in there. So, but that's basically how you're going to play around with that. You can also rotate the image using that little icon too. It'll just quickly rotate it for you. You can also zoom in and zoom out using the adjuster tools that it gives you, or doing it yourself by grabbing the bounding box. So quite a few different ways that you can adjust that and position those inside those frames that you've made, and then just click on the check when you're done framing that.